This is History Myths and Mythconceptions, and today's myth is Caligula slept with his sisters. Caligula is a prominent subject of character assassination. Indeed, quite probably he was a relatively incompetent ruler and not a very nice human being. But the main problem here is that we have only two primary sources describing his rule: ancient historians Suetonius and Cassius Dio. Both are extremely, horrifyingly biased. None of them was Caligula's contemporary. These sources, and I repeat, there are only two primary sources, are full of bizarre anecdotes. Some of them are not just clear exaggerations, but defy any kind of logic. The problems with the portrayal of Caligula actually start with his name, because Caligula is not a name, it's a childhood nickname. Caliga is a type of soldier's footwear. Caligula is literally something like little boots. So you open a book on the history of Rome and see a chapter about a guy called Little Boots. So much for the objective portrayal of a person who was the emperor for almost 4 years. Imagine you open a book on the history of Britain, you go through the list of the monarchs, and find out that George VI is listed there as Bertie. Or you open a supposedly serious book on American history, and the list of the presidents includes such characters as Tricky Dick, Bull Johnson, and Amtrak Joe. That's the level. So yeah, people usually start with Caligula's name, and no, they don't stop there. It progressively becomes worse. By the way, his actual name was Gaius Caesar, Gaius Julius Caesar. Apparently, Gaius Caligula quite quickly became the enemy of the senatorial class, and Rome was essentially, give or take, an elective monarchy where the Senate officially confirmed the emperor. It is reported that Gaius at some point proceeded to the torture of the prominent and quite powerful members of the Senate, whom he suspected in the conspiracies. And everyone was quite tired of the imperial paranoia. They had to deal with the Emperor Tiberius for more than 2 decades. Gaius was no Tiberius, so he was more or less effectively displaced. And the government propaganda turned him into a total monster. If you read ancient historians, you can easily figure out that once someone is declared a bad emperor, the same template, so to speak, will be used to describe his qualities. And they will include all kinds of obscene sexual behavior, cruelty, money squandering, obsession with the sports and/or artistic endeavors, and frequently incest, because it is so outrageous that the audience might throw up, and they will inevitably remember this dirty fact. So when a historian accuses someone of incest, it is basically a headshot in his character assassination attempt. It is not surprising that Gaius, this Amtrak Caesar, received a proper treatment. He kind of promoted his sisters and even placed them on his coins. So that was a good opportunity to accuse him of the incestuous relationship with his siblings. With all of them, why not? Is it a reliable piece of information? It is certainly not. It just looks interesting in sensationalistic books and articles. It looks provocative in the films. But most probably it has nothing to do with reality.